what if you wanted to invite, you've got a list of invitation, you want to print an invitation, you probably maybe have 100 people. What if your guest list has 100 people? You wouldn't write 100 print statements, will you? That will be a lot. That will be a nightmare. Good programmers, rather, they follow a very important principle called don't repeat yourself. So now we're going to learn the single most important tool to avoiding repetition. So we're going to learn how to make our programs do things over and over and over again automatically. So we're going to learn about loops. Now I'm going to create a new directory here called invitations. Not directory rather, but a file. Now the for loop, so there's a conveyor belt. A for loop is your best friend when you have a list of items and then you want to do the exact same thing to each one. So imagine your list is a conveyor belt of items. A for loop is like a robot arm that it does the following. So it picks up the first items, perform an action with it, and moves to the next item, perform the same actions, and continues until the conveyor belt is actually empty. So now the syntax is very readable. So let's solve our invitation problem. So let's say we've got guest. So we've got John, and then we've got a Naledi. Then we have Andy. Let's not mix. And then we've got Sipo. All right. Now we're gonna use for loop to loop through. We're gonna say for guess. So again, this is an indented code. It runs once for each item in the list. All right. So we just gonna say print hi guest. Guest, and then you are cordially invited to my party. Please RSVP by Friday. The keyword starts, there's a keyword that starts the loop, and then guess is a temporary variable. We invent this name, right? So we invent this name for each trip through the loop. Python will automatically put the next item from the list into the variable. So first is Sipo, first is John, and then second is Naledi, and so on and so on. And then in guess, this tells the loop which conveyor belt to work on. So the indented block is the set of actions, like that robot arm that performs with the current guest. So when we run this, it prints it prints a full personal invitation for every single person on the list, no matter how long it is. So now let's actually look at it. We can just run Python invitations. Then you can actually see, hi John, you are cordially invited to my party. Please RSVP by Friday. Hi Naledi, you are cordial. Forget about my spelling, alright? And then hi Tani, you are cordially invited. And then hi Zip, and so on and so on. Alright, you see, we didn't have to write 100 print or 4 print statements for this. We can even put more names there. Let me just fix something here, and then we can put 2 names. Let's say Bob, and then say Lerato, and then if we run it again, now this will actually include those as well. You can see now, hi Neil, hi John, hi Nilady, hi Tandy, hi Sipo, hi Bob, hi Lerato. Right, we didn't have to write hundreds of print statements. All right, now the next one. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna go ahead and comment out all of this. Now the next one that we have is the while loop. Alright, before we create a new file, let me just explain the while loop. We have another kind of a loop called while loop. It's different. A for loop runs for a set number of times, once for each item in the list. A while loop keeps running as long as a specific condition is true. So think of it like a sentry at a gate with an order. Stay on guard while the sun is up. So the sentry doesn't care how many hours that is. They just check the condition. If the sun is up, the moment the sun goes down, the condition becomes false, then they stop. All right, now let's create a new file that we can use. New item, let's call it countdown. So now this one, this is the most important part. We actually change the number. Now what happens that Python checks the condition is 5 greater than 0. Yes. Then it runs the indented code, it prints 5, and the number becomes 4. It loops back, and then it's 4 greater than 0. Yes, it runs the code again. So this continues until the number is 0. And when 0 is 0 greater than 0, no, then the condition now is false. So the loop stops and the program moves on to print the word blast off. Now I've got a warning, a very important warning. So with a while loop, you must have a line of code inside the loop that will eventually make the condition false. So if we forgot the number is number minus 1 line in our countdown, number would always be 5. So the condition will be number greater than 5. It would always be true, and the loop will run forever. So this is called an infinite loop, and it will freeze your program. So you need to be careful about that. Alright, so now we have learned the superpower today. Loops are the key to automation and processing large amount of data. Next time we'll learn about new data structures called a dictionary. So if a list is an ordered shelf, then dictionary is a filing cabinet where every piece of paper has a specific label